Patriots at the New York Jets, MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. 72 Fahrenheit, showers, 11 miles per hour. And we all know what the Patriots have done to this New York Jets team. Jets have lost 14 straight games to the Patriots. And the market moving very, very quickly towards the Patriots. And one of those spots where, it would be nice to get in early. And I know a lot of you have. Let's take a look at the line history. I have the money line up right now, so I'd be curious to see what that has done. Here at Pinnacle, this opened up minus 135. It's now minus 147. It got up to minus 151. Got up to minus 156 yesterday at 5 p.m. Let's take a look at the spread on this one. Of course, this is Pinnacle, who put it out the line after the game's finished last week. So it's a little different than the look-ahead spots, clearly. For the spread here, we have the Jets at +3. This +3 is very juiced. Now, it opened up at 2.5. Let's look at it from the Patriots side. Opened up minus 2.5, minus 106 at 3 p.m. yesterday. And within 4 minutes, there'd been a 7-cent move. Within an hour and 51 minutes, there'd been a 16-cent move. And within an hour and 53 minutes, it moved to 3. Once it went to 3, there was an actual move on the Jets at first. This was a plus 105, plus 106. Actually, it's still there. So this is a pseudo 3. Like, you can get a 2.5, probably at a decent price. I'm just curious to see what this 2.5 is for the Patriots here at Pinnacle. The 2.5 minus 2.5 minus 117. So it's not too expensive here if you like the Patriots at this number. Andrew Howe liking the Pats minus 5.5. Ron Crawford says Jets divisional home dog. Harold Williams on Pats money line. Andrew Howe liking the Patriots here.
That's my guy. That's my guy, Andrew Howe, in the chat. What's up, Andy? Hey, man. Hey, alt line on the Pats. What are you, fucking crazy?
Let's go to the total here on this one. The total for this spot sitting at 37, but most books are 36.5. This opened at 37 minus 107 to the under. It's moved 8 cents in that direction. Other books moved it down to 36.5. That is a wildly low, fascinating, excitingly low. We have 56% of the tickets on the under, and they're not giving us a cash count at this point. And when we go over to the point spread for this spot, we have 77% of the tickets and 82% of the cash on the Patriots, and we've seen that 2.5 move to the 3. So let's break it down here. The Patriots have started 0-2 for the first time since 2001. Belichick's second season as head coach of the Pats. They come in off a tough 24-17 loss at home to the Dolphins. Mac Jones, 31-42, 231 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Just 231 yards passing when he completes 31 passes. I mean, that's a low number. He also ran 15 times for 50 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Parker caught 6 for 57. Hunter Henry caught 6 for 52 and a touchdown. And Ramondre Stevenson let a lot of my friends down from the player prop spot. He ran 15 times for 50 yards and a touchdown, caught 3 for 10. So it was about, 10 and maybe 15 yards under what the number was. Zeke was nowhere to be found. 5 carries for 13 yards. That did surprise me. That really did surprise me. They went 7 of 15 on third down, 2 of 2 in the red zone. The secondary was able to hold Tyreek Hill to just 5 catches for 40 yards and 1 touchdown, but was unable to apply enough pressure on Tua. They finished with 1 sack and 2 quarterback hits. Christian Gonzalez, though, has had a great start to his career, and he got a pick there. There are injury issues in the secondary, and they're confusing because they all have the same name. It's the Joneses. So starting quarterback Jonathan Jones was ruled out before the kickoff with the ankle injury. But he has not been put on injured reserve. So there are people that believe because of that, he is capable of a quick return and could be here. They had to use Sean Wade against Miami, and that did not go very well. Then Jack Jones will miss at least 2 more games. He's been placed on the IR. There's an expectation that Jack Jones is going to be out for a while. And then you have Marcus Jones. Marcus Jones took a hit in the second quarter, and he has a shoulder issue. So that's a lot here. That's a lot. So there's some problems here. They had Owenu come back, and he only ended up playing 46 offensive snaps on the offensive line. He didn't look very good, but he'll get better as it goes on. New York Jets, as I said, lost 14 straight to the Pats. They're coming off an ugly 30-10 loss at Dallas. Their offense under Zach Wilson was only able to put up 215 yards of offense. They were 1 of 10 on third down, 0 of 1 in the red zone. They couldn't sustain drives to keep the Cowboys off the field. The Cowboys won the time of possession battle 42-15 to 17-45. The Cowboys ran 83 plays compared to the Jets, who ran just 46. Zach Wilson looked atrocious. 12-27, 170 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. He also ran 5 times for 36 yards. That led all Jets players. The rest of the squad ran 11 times for 28 yards. Man, it's a horrible. Garrett Wilson led receivers with 2 catches for 83 yards and a touchdown. Todd Conklin was the only receiver to catch more than 2 balls. He caught 5 for 50 yards. The Jets defense couldn't get through that tough Cowboy offensive line. 1 sack, 4 quarterback hits. They couldn't stop the Cowboys, who got whatever they pleased, until they reached the red zone. And then it felt like they took their foot off the gas pedal. They were just 2 of 6 in the red zone, the Cowboys. But the Cowboys put up 382 total yards, went 9 of 18 on third down. I always hesitate mightily to be on short road favorites. It's obviously they're appealing, and we know that the books make a ton of money off of the public backing short road favorites, but I get it here, and I don't expect Zach Wilson to step up. So take it away for us, Troy. I can't wait to hear your breakdown on this Patriots Jets.
So this is actually the only game I moved on so far, and that's the Patriots. But let me talk about the Jets real quick, because I'm very confused at what I've seen from the Jets this week. You look at their offensive line, and trust me, the coaches got to know this. Their pass block is one of the worst in the NFL, but their run block is one of the best in the NFL. So what do you think? It's the tale of 2 stories. So what do they decide to do on offense? They only have 16 rush attempts in the entire game. And I know they didn't have the ball for very long in this game, so that definitely changes things. But this game, to me, is going to come down to a game of field position. It's just going to be a game of field position. Whoever could win that is going to squeak out ahead. And if you're giving me 2.5 points versus Zach Wilson-led New York Jets team in a must-win spot, I think I'm going to have, I got to be on the Patriots in this spot. Sure, the offense for the Patriots is lackluster. Their pass blocking, their run blocking is one of the worst offensive lines player graded through NFL Week 2. But who have they played? Played the Dolphins and they played the Eagles. I mean, those are 2 strong opponents. So despite some of these bad metrics that we're seeing out of this unit, this is going to be a much different game in terms of who they're playing on the offensive side of the ball. And like I said, if it's going to come down to field position, who's going to be able to win the field, it's going to be the Patriots, in my opinion. So I did already move on the Patriots. I expect them to win this game by at least 3 points.
I agree. I really don't want any short road favorites ever. But I completely agree with the take. DX Filer says he's been a Pats fan since 1996. This is their 2nd worst team in the Bill Belichick coaching era. They threw everything, including the kitchen sink, first 2 home games, still came up short. It's not going to get better. And he says that worst Pats team in the Belichick era was last year. Brady says no real take, but he's already bet the under. I would love to fade Zach Wilson here. And maybe it just makes sense to do it, and just let go of my feeling of not wanting to back this road favorite. I think this move from 2.5 to 3 should instill some confidence, but the fact that it moved to plus 105, that's sitting at plus 105, that you can still get that 2.5, for a pretty cheap price, makes me nervous. The whole thing makes me nervous, man. And I plan on having, less action easily, than I had last week. But this whole thing makes me nervous. But we have a move here. What did you get the Pats at, Troy?
Minus 115, minus 2.5.
Troy on the Pats, minus 2.5, minus 115.
And trust me, so I feel like, from a defensive standpoint, they're right now, they're ranked 14th overall per PFF. I think that's around where they should be. But if you adjust that for DVOA, I think it'll be a lot higher. Obviously, the offense is a problem. They don't have a vertical threat. They don't really do anything in the screen game or the extended running game. Their wide receivers are below league average. But like I said, it's just going to come down to who's going to be able to get more first downs in this game. I really think it's going to come down to just that. And I think the Patriots will be able to do that.
Whew, that's a fun one. I'm going to need more time on it, but Troy has moved on the Patriots. Let's move on.